Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. Let me look at the calendar. It is Wednesday, April 16th, and I am up in Maine, my new home, and we're acclimating to a new schedule. So we're going to do a quick video. We'll give you a tour of where we're living, and I don't know how the video is going to go. We're just going to free flow it. So let me see if Mom's almost ready. Let's go in and see if she's ready. Hello, Mother.
Oh, hello.
We're gonna start filming soon, so I was just wondering if you were almost ready.
I'm almost ready. I just have to moisturize my lips and I'll be right out.
All right, awesome. Well, while I'm standing in here, so this is the bedroom that Mom has been staying in, and I am bunking with her right now. Look at our pictures, are all discombobulated.
And please note the king size bed that Mom has.
King size bed, nice and comfy.
Yes.
Nice comfy, like hang out and watch movies on rainy days bed with the kids. So we've got the room a little bit organized. I have erected my shelves, and we've got stuff stored on there for now. All my pillows are up there for now until we get like a couch or whatnot. All that random stuff that was on the floor blocking this aisleways gone. So there's still a lot of work to do, but yeah. So this is a 3-bedroom mobile home. It's a fixer-upper. It needs a lot of work. The boy's mom bought this, I don't even know how many years ago, with the intent of fixing it up. But life got crazy and, you know, renovations got put on hold. And now we're just living in it.
2 boys later.
2 boys later. There's Marley. So this is our laundry room right here outside the master bedroom.
I'll show them the laundry
Which is
rug.
perfect. Yes, I did zoom down on that. So there's our laundry room rug. And then to the right is our bathroom. Let me see if I can make this.
Well, it's a little messy
there we go, a
because
little
it's
small.
dry.
Yep, so it's a little messy because our dryer is actually broken. So we're washing the clothes and hang drying them in the bathroom for now, and then I used one of the shelf racks for we're using that to dry like socks and underwear and stuff and lay stuff flat. Excuse the mess, we haven't done our morning chores yet, so we're still getting into a routine. But yeah, this is the bathroom, typical.
Cute.
Yep. Alright, Mom's coming
God,
out.
what a mess.
Alright, so now we're going to come out into the kitchen area. So we set up our shelves. This door goes out to the backyard, and it's all fenced in back there. So the dogs go out and do their business and hang out for a little while. And then we let them back in. But I set up these shelves. So this is one set of shelves that's supposed to be like 5 shelves tall. But I set it up in a way so it goes 3 shelves across. And I borrowed shelves from the other set that I have. And we're going to store like extra appliances on there, and then I've got the stools from our other table set. We're going to use that as a little extra seating for when we have company. Here's our schedule that I have so I stay sane, and that's what that wall looks like. So we'll probably film from this window here, but I'll turn you around. That is the living area.
This is the mother.
And here's Gigi.
Gigi. Oh, I should have worn my Gigi shirt.
So we have moved the table into the center of the room, which I really like because it's almost like a kitchen island. But it's just, I like the way it's set up with these shelves over here. Last night we had a taco buffet on there. It worked out really well. You know, and then I can come stand in this corner and we can get this view of the kitchen.
Well,
so we're going to have,
done yet.
That's all right, we haven't done our morning chores. So we have a lot of different angles that we can film with. Okay, let's go into the living room area. Do you want to do the tour, and you can be the tour guide, and we'll walk down to the other end of the hallway, and
sure.
You can explain.
Okay.
So,
now
let me get my thumb out of the way.
We're leaving the kitchen. We're walking into the living room. Now remember, like Dawn said, it's a fixer-upper, and it really needs to be fixed up. But we're
Excuse me.
working on it a little at a time. We have these two horrendous recliners that need to go, but, you know, for now.
And we're gonna get a we're gonna get a sectional couch, an L-shaped sectional couch.
And we have some saucer chairs, one for the grandson, the 32-year-old, and one for the baby here. Show him the little.
Yep, little baby saucer chair. We need a new blind or window treatment or
Yes,
something.
we need a lot. And we have a huge TV, though, so that
Yes.
makes up for everything.
Yeah.
Now we're going to take a walk down the hallway. Ooh, it's dark down here.
So.
You coming down here?
Yep. So we're gonna get a new window treatment. That's a sheet. This is kind of like the mudroom hallway, and this is gonna be the kids' hallway. So all of the kid pictures, all the puzzles that are like throughout the house, we like them, but we're gonna, you know, we want some adult space too. So we're gonna
Yeah.
make this hallway is gonna be all kid friendly.
And then we have, this is Amethyst's room over here. She has a little Dutch door, or half door.
Mm-hmm.
She's sick, so, but this is nice because if she doesn't want the baby to go in, or the dogs, or the cat. No, the cats jump over, so.
Are you going in or?
Yeah, well.
Okay.
And this is Amethyst's bed. And this is Dawn's old bed frame.
Yep.
This mattress is comfortable. And we have some cleaning up in here to do. It's a very small room, needs to be painted. But Dawn and I have some ideas for this room. And it's going to be a princess room.
Princess room.
Yes. She's 6 years old and she's at that perfect age.
So it does have a closet, but the closet desperately needs to be cleaned out. There's tons of stuff in there. This is the hamper. We've been cleaning under the bed and just,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, there's a lot of games up there. I can't wait to
Yeah.
like pull those out and we can do like family game night. Just like we planned back
Did
in
you
September,
see
we told you guys.
Holtonopoly?
Oh, they have it?
Yes.
Oh, Holtonopoly. Oh, that'll be fun to pull out. All right, let's proceed on.
Okay, now we are leaving.
So we're leaving here. So this is that hope chest down there. That's full of like extra linens and blankets that are just stuffed in there. They really need to be folded, and maybe we'll even vacuum seal them so we can store more in there.
And then this here is what we call the kennel room, which was formerly a half
It
bathroom.
used to be a half bath, but now the dog kennel is in there, and the litter box, the little robot.
The $600 robot.
But the dogs don't really go in the kennel. That was for when they had more. They had 5 dogs at one point. So Kyle's gonna take out the kennel and we're gonna make this like a walk-in closet storage area, which will be perfect. We just don't know what we're gonna do with that litter box. And then this room is the boys' room right now.
You can show the dogs.
It's dark in here, guys. But the dogs right now are laying on the bed. The baby's sleeping. And we have Daisy. And there's Duke. Daisy and Duke. And then we have, I don't know if this, well, we're not monetized, so copyright wouldn't be too bad, but we have Miss Rachel on.
Go lay down.
I did set up my shelves, and I have all my things on there for now, but that's going to be my, all right, let's come out. Oh, my thumb's in the way again. So I'm going to put a little face on there.
Okay, so who, me?
No, my thumb. My thumb gets in the way because the way that I hold the camera, it gets in the way of the lens.
Am I that ugly?
So I'm going to put a face on there. It's going to be our new mascot. We're going to give it a name because we lost Sheila. So the plan is, Mom and I have talked about it, and while being in the same room, is okay for now, but 24 hours a day or every night, 7 nights a week, is eventually going to wear on us. So what we decided, let me see if I can set this up here. How's that? Is that good?
How am I?
Is that light too? We're going to have to...
Throw a towel over it.
See, you guys are getting real time, behind the scenes we need to...
Go lay down, Duke.
I don't have my tripod yet, so I've got this propped up. I've got it propped up against the window. All right, so let's try that. Perfect.
Where am I?
You're in there.
Okay.
Well, there's that window too. So I'm gonna stand here. Mom's right there.
Hello.
All right. So where was I at? Let's see.
We had our coffee already.
Yeah, we've had coffee. So we just wanted to check in with you, give you a little tour. Oh, where was I at? I was talking about sleeping plans. So the boys are here part-time. So when they're not here, that room is empty. So I'm going to sleep in that room when they're not here, and then...
Tell them where, though, on the top bunk.
I'm going to take the top bunk. So that's going to be... So I won't be in there all the time. So just to sleep, basically. And then I'll bunk with Mom on the nights that they're here, or I may stay in there with them, and then that way I'll be in there when, you know, like for instance, this morning we had a 3 o'clock diaper change.
Stinky diaper change.
Yeah, so Kai came in and I heard crying outside the door. Mom and I both at the same time. We both jumped up. And
Mother instincts.
Yep, so we did a 3 o'clock diaper change, and then we were like wide awake, and we're like, should we get up and make coffee? Like, but we ended up falling back to sleep
for an hour.
And then Kyle's alarm went off at 6 o'clock. So his alarm goes off at 6 o'clock. He hits snooze. The second alarm goes off at 6:10, and he gets up. And he gets up and he goes into Amethyst's room and says, all right, it's time to wake up. And then that's when we all get up and start moving. So because Mom and Kyle have been alone for the last few weeks, they're in like their own little rhythm. So I don't want to disrupt that too much. Like, I want to be helpful, but I don't want to come in and like take over, because they already have their own rhythm
going. Yeah.
So I'm there to assist, you know, if they need me to take the baby, so
whatever, so
that the focus can be on Amethyst and Kai. I'll, you know, entertain the baby while they're doing that. But yeah, there's definitely some what's the word? Learning curves that need to be processed through. So as we get through each day, we'll get into a better routine, and we're communicating with each other. So we're getting things streamlined. So that's the important thing, is as long as we're communicating with each other instead of walking around frustrated and then exploding.
That's meant for me, by the way.
It's meant for all of us. I mean, it's meant for all of us, because we're not used to communicating our needs with each other, you know? So we get frustrated, and then we get aggravated, and then it turns into a yelling match. So
actually, I feel like we have a lot more room here than we had in the one bedroom, though, really.
Absolutely. I mean, this is 3 bedrooms, but there's more space. This is like open concept.
Yeah, and look at the kitchen.
This kitchen and living room area is open concept, so I really love that. Mm-hmm. It just makes it seem so spacious. It's only, I think the trailer itself is 14, but that's the outside walls, 14 feet.
72.
Inside, it's 12, what did I say yesterday? 12?
No, 13.
13 feet.
Yeah, like, so it's 14 on the outside.
It was like 13 feet, 8 inches or something on the inside. So that's what we're working with from side to side. And then the length is probably 72.
Yeah.
So it's long, like... I don't even know. I think I counted the steps. I forget, but it's long, which is nice. So if Mom and I get into an argument, I can just huff off down to the other end of the trailer and do my thing. But yeah, so it's gonna be slow. We're getting things organized. You know, this place was already furnished, so we moved into an already lived-in furnished house
full of furnishings.
Junky
furnishing. Oops.
So the situation is, this is the boys' mom's trailer. She owns it, and the land is leased. So we're paying, we're covering the expenses. She's moved out because of dynamics of that relationship just it's different now. So
she's in a new relationship.
Yeah, so they broke up. So they're in a co-parenting relationship now. So I'm trying to be mindful of the story because part of it is our story, but a lot of it is not our story. So I'm just trying to be mindful with how I present it.
Mm-hmm.
So the current situation is we are here. So we came up here to help my nephew. With the dynamics is he's having the kids alone by himself more, especially his daughter. That's a whole nother story, but he went from a little bit of time to basically now having her full time. And again, that's not our story to tell, but we're here to...
But we will, at a later date, get more into it.
Well, yeah. I mean, when Kyle allows us to share more, we can share more. But right now, our part of the story is we are here to support him
with the children.
As a family. So we're a family unit, and we're trying to just rebuild a strong family
bond
and just support system.
So we need to show them. Did you show them the board?
Yes, I did. I showed them the board, so I've got the week all written out, so I know. It's mainly for me, so that I know what the heck is going on. But
it helps everybody.
It's nice. It does help everybody. Mom can look at it and be like, "Oh, what night are the boys coming again?" And when is Kyle working again? So it's got like what we're having for dinner, my work schedule, Kyle's work schedule, the kids' schedule. That we're here, so. That'll help us keep on track for the week. And then I have my own other little charts here that's keeping me on track. And because it used to just be like just pencil and white space, and that's because it was just me door dashing, editing, Nana, and a visit with my boys and any doctor's appointments that I had in there. But now it's everybody. It's like
vaping.
It's got all of the kids, Kyle's work schedule, my work schedule, the kids' schedules. Basically, that's what that chart is for, and that's to keep my head straight.
Check the laundry.
So I am definitely less overwhelmed than I have been. I have been sleeping well, pretty solidly actually, which is nice. And so after we get this video up, I'm going to go out door dashing or probably Walmart sparking because I have to figure out how I'm going to do the DoorDash Days channel. I want to keep it mostly DoorDash oriented, but because I don't think I'm going to be able to survive on DoorDash alone, I will be doing Walmart Spark as well. So I have to figure out how the channel is going to go. Do I just show my door dashing orders and just say, as a supplement, I did Walmart Spark, or do I change the whole dynamics of the channel and show everything? And if I do that, do I change the name of the channel? Like, there's so many questions I have.
Just add Spark.
Rolling around in my head. DoorDash Days does Spark.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's gonna be kind of a day to day. That's gonna just turn into what it's gonna turn into every day as I go out and get comments. Oh, here we go. You guys want to see a fight?
Cat.
All right, so Marley's here. And
Esther.
No, this is Raven.
Oh, it's Raven.
So this is Raven. Say hi, Raven. And then there's Esther. We don't know where Esther is.
She's looking for a place to have kittens.
Marley is very used to being alone, so she's not used to
children.
The dogs. She's not used to children. She's not used to dogs. She's not used to
other cats.
She has lived with Lily, where my Nana's cat,
which was formerly my cat,
which was formerly my mom's cat, which I explained in the last video. I think I did.
That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're gonna meet the family pets. The family pets we can put in the videos as much as we want. So now that there's like multiple pets, we might be able to catch some fun pet content. Everybody likes some fun pet content. And
some hissing and clawing.
Marley's out exploring right now, but there's definitely lots of new dynamics here. That's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out. But we're good. We have a good launching point. we're good. I don't know.
That's it.
So that's what I wanted to do, is just give you guys like a quick update, a quick tour. We know that there's a lot of work that needs to be done to this mobile home,
But
which
it can't be done in one day.
which brings me to another thought. Like, I am considering purchasing this, but we have to get like an assessment. I kind of planted the seed with the boy's mom, expressing interest, but I definitely want to make sure that I go about it the right way and get inspections and do everything like formally, figure out financing options, whether I can qualify for a
rural loan.
like a rural rehab loan through the USDA. They have some programs, or if there's like an owner financing. But then I want to find out about the landowner. Like, are we going to be able to keep this here if we do buy it? Or would we have to move it eventually? So those are all things that I have to consider. But even if we didn't keep it as a permanent home, I think this would make a great like family camp.
Oops.
The back door just opened. I was like, ooh, a ghost. No, it's just,
No, I
just the
didn't
wind. It
shut
doesn't shut tight. So sometimes if you don't like really make sure it's shut, it'll pop open. Woke up in the middle of the night before and it was open. I was like, oops, I forgot.
Shows
to
them
shut
the
it
little
tight.
main cabin shed.
So we have a little shed out there.
Definitely like a main
Needs
shed.
some work, and then the window's dirty. We got to do some cleaning, but we got to clean this. So this is basically like the dog pen. The fence needs to be fixed. It's half fallen down, and spring cleanup definitely is. So we're gonna be working on that, and yeah. So that's it. All right, guys. So that's it for today. And then what are we going to be doing things? So we're going to be trying to capturing just our life with the kids, like if we're doing any crafts with them, coloring, cooking. So just basically we're just going to do what we've been doing and trying to capture our daily life, and just see how the channel grows. Like as we get more subscribers who kind of vibe with us, the channel will kind of just take on its own thing as we just live life. So that's the goal.
Basically,
And,
what it's about, an alternative life.
Yeah, like this is not just a move. This is like a
Yeah.
complete lifestyle change for us, because we were independent, single on our own,
women.
doing our own thing, to now we're like, we've got this little family that we're helping, that we came to help raise, which was my intent eventually, was to come up here to help the adult children with the little children.
The littles.
With the littles. So you're going to see more family content, more family-oriented content. And this family up here in Maine, this is Carrie's family. These are Carrie's children and grandchildren. But
Yeah.
I'm very close. I'm very close with the kids. So they're like my children and grandchildren. And update on Carrie, we
Haven't heard from her.
we haven't heard from her. So Carrie has made choices that are
Her choices.
her choices, and they're not healthy choices. And so we had to make choices based off of her choices so that we could save our own mental health. And I had to tell her no last week, which was super hard. She called me. She got herself into a situation, and which was by her choices. For the last couple of months, she's been choosing to do her own thing, and not be around good people, and not be, Carrie's an addict. She said it. She has said it out loud. You guys know that she has problems with doing drugs, and her drugs of choice are meth and crack. And so
between that and
that is her story, but it
schizophrenia
is
and-
also our story. So her drug use puts her into a schizophrenic state of mind, and we can't, because of the way that the system is, we can't get her committed. We've tried over the last, since 2019, to get her committed for like 90 days so that she can get medication in her system.
Counseling.
And they let her out after like 3 days. Last April was her longest stint inside. She was in for almost 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 2.5.
And at that point, we were done with her. Like, I'm like, I can't be her safety net anymore because she just does it again. And I gave in. I let her borrow money to get her car out.
Which she did pay you, though.
And she did pay me back. So she came back, but she was supposed to come right to my house after she got out of the hospital. And
But
she got to Rhode Island and she didn't come right to my house and she wasn't answering my messages, and she landed herself in the emergency room because she took some drugs and she was wandering around acting weird, and she got picked up by the police department. They took her to the emergency room, and I got the phone call from the emergency room, and I said no. I said nope, she just got out of the hospital. She was supposed to come right here, and she landed herself in the hospital. Like, no, she needs rock bottom. So we said no, and we didn't talk to her for, 6 weeks?
yeah.
So for like 6 weeks, we didn't talk to her. And then she messaged one day like, hey, sis, where are you? And, we were missing her. Like, just like we're missing her now. Like, we're hurt.
Dawn's brokenhearted because she had to tell her
We're
no.
hurting,
but
right?
She had to.
So she got herself into another situation, and she called me last week, and she wanted me to come pick her up. And where was I supposed to take her? I'm in the middle of moving. She's not allowed on the property because the property manager at the apartment told her, do not come back, you are trespassed. She got arrested. Then, a couple months ago, I don't even remember if we told that story. I don't think we did. But she got trespassed from the property, so I couldn't take her to my house. She's not allowed at my Nana's apartment complex for the same reasons. The friends that she was staying with, for the last month or so, finally said to her, Carrie, we think you might need to go get some help. And so she left them. She said, nope, I'm gonna go wander around another town. And so that's what she's been doing. So now we don't know. I don't know what happened. She yelled at me and hung up the phone. And then she called me from the courthouse public defender's office. I called them back. They said she had already left the premises. I called the police department because she said where she got arrested. So there's 2 towns in that area. So I called one town. They said they didn't have any information. I didn't call the other town because I'm trying to work, right? While all this is going down, I'm in the middle of a delivery, a stacked delivery, by the way. So I had to, my first instinct was drop what you're doing and go get her. And then, as I sat there and contemplated, I was like, what are you going to do with her? She's not going to let you take her to the hospital. What are you going to do with her? So I said, no, Carrie. I said, you need to go get help. You have to go get help. And she hung up on me, and we haven't heard from her since. So either she freaked out and she's in the hospital right now,
Or she's dead.
Or the worst. What's the worst? The worst is she's going to get herself into a situation and she's going to lose her life. And so we're just taking each moment by moment, and praying and praying and praying that something good happens. So that's where we're at there.
Addiction.
So I'm gonna pause for a moment and get myself together, and then come back, because I have one more thing that I want to tell you guys about that we have planned for the channel. So let me come back in a moment. Okay, guys, I have pulled myself together, but so Wayne got in touch with me, and he had an idea, because we are building a little community here that we all enjoy talking to each other in the comments and stuff, and you guys can see us, but we can't see you. So Wayne had an idea to do a like introduction video so that he can introduce himself so you all will know what he looks like. And I thought that we would start a little playlist for anyone who would like to do a similar video, that will roll the video in our videos, and then I will put the like subscriber introductions in its own playlist. So as you guys connect and network with each other, you can go to that playlist and you can,
exchange email addresses, whatever.
Well, I don't know. If you want to exchange email addresses with each other, you could do that through me, so you don't have to post it like to the world what your email address is. So I am going to roll Wayne's video, and then it will be a standalone video in a new playlist, subscriber introductions. And if you would like to submit a similar video, and it's as simple as just taking a quick video of yourself on your phone, and sending it, either send a link through Gmail. We'll figure it out. I can help you do it. If you want to submit it and you can't figure it out, I will help you do it. But you can send anything to my DoorDash Days Gmail account, which is DoorDash Days, DAZE, @gmail.com. And if you want to connect with other people, let me know and I will connect you together. So with that said, I'm going to roll Wayne's video, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Hi all, Wayne here. This is basically a sample subscriber collaboration video. I had this idea that I ran by Dawn to see whether or not she was interested in this. I figured it gave us an opportunity. We text each other on the chat, but nobody knows what anybody looks like. So I thought, well, this is a way for that to occur. It's easy to do, just record something on your phone, and I think it records it as a MP4 file. And then you just send it over to Dawn, and she's able to put it in on her videos if she likes. So anyway, like I say, this is just an experiment. So I'm wishing all of you a blessed day. And I guess that's a wrap.